Like all these arrogant ass attitudes, like people owe you something or that your shit don't stink, all of that. I mean, come on. With these high expectations, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? Because, sweetheart, if you cannot live up to the standard that you want this man to live up to, why do you think if it was a man and he had it like that, why do you think he would want you? All right, how's it going, y'all? I hope you guys can hear me because I'm recording on my phone. I'm headed to run some errands. Today is Tuesday and I've got to run by UPS. I need to go by the dollar store and see if I can get some things I need for my table for this vending event that I have on Sunday. And I need to go by the camper. I have yet to still do that, and I need to go by there, and I just don't know if I should go ahead and do it today, dang on truck, or if I should just go ahead and wait till later on this week. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm feeling okay today. I did get up and do my workout. I walked at home today on my treadmill. I did, because I've not been wanting to take my weighted vest to the gym because I don't know. I just hadn't did it yet. I don't know if it's because I low-key kind of feel like I'm gonna feel awkward with it on. I don't know. I just hadn't did it. So I wanted to wear my weighted vest, and so I did my walk today with my weighted vest. And I kind of feel exhausted, but it's not exhausted, but just tired. But I think it's because I didn't work out Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. So technically I missed one day, but yeah, I still feel bad because that's a lot of days for me to go by without working out, and I'm trying to lose weight. So yeah, but anyway, I'm not going to beat myself up about that, but I hopped on here because I did want to have a little conversation. I wanted to talk about, I've been seeing a lot of things just on relationships, on women and how women are, and just so much stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of information out here. A lot of people talking about, about relationships. There's been so much stuff I've been seeing about relationships. And people just really seem to have given up on relationships. And that's sad to me because I love love. Like, I love love. I think that everyone should be able to experience the love of their life at least once in your life, because that's what I figure, that it's probably just once in your life. But I think everyone should be able to experience that. And I feel like when we see there's so many people that speak so negative about relationships that it's like, oh my gosh, like, did someone break your heart that bad to get you to feel this way? Or did you see it, like other people's relationship that made you feel this way? Like, what is it that got you just really a Debbie Downer towards relationships? Like, that is so weird to me. So I just wanted to hop on and just kind of talk a little bit about that, because I don't want people to feel like they need to give up on love or that there's no hope for love. I think there is. I think that we just have to, honey, social media has ruined relationships. I do feel like social media ruins relationships. And I say that when in terms of, if you're letting what you see on social media control your mindset, your thought process, your expectations, your realistic expectations in life, then you're not gonna, you may not experience it's a truck's tires, all, you know how the tire shreds, it's all over the road, and that was just a hot mess. Everybody was trying to avoid it, including me, but you could only avoid so much because there's traffic out here. But anyway, I feel like social media puts so much pressure, it's putting so much pressure on people nowadays. It's like, and the expectations are unrealistic. Number one, I've seen the videos, I think they're old now, but I had saw the videos before. I had, okay, what in the world is really going on here? What is it? Y'all wait. Okay, sorry about that. But I've seen those videos, and I think they're kind of old now, but, and it's probably still going on, where it was like girls having their boyfriends take them out, and they have their friends with them, and they expect the man to pay for all the girls' tab and all this stuff. Just, it's like this excessive fixation on money. And it's like, I'm one of these, like I'm one of those females that I look at things fairly, because I have a son, I have nephews, I have a brother, well, brothers, but so I look at things, I try to look at things not just from a female's perspective, but from more of a right and wrong perspective. And I feel like I would not want my son to be in a position like that, where you feel like, oh, so really he's only good if he's paying for everything. No, that's not fair. Like, that don't even make sense for you to put that type of pressure on somebody. Can you afford to pay everybody's tab? Because that's the kind of thoughts I have. If you, because to me, a lot of times the women that are behaving like that don't have a pot or a window. And I feel like the only reason they're doing it is because they're seeing it on social media, and they feel like they're the catch, and so they deserve that. No, a relationship is not about somebody doing everything for you, doing everything, and it's one-sided. Just because you're giving up some butt, honey, that don't mean nothing. Men can get that from anywhere. And that, to me, is the reality of it that women don't see. But I think they're starting to see it, because they're running around here now saying they can't get a man, or the men out here aren't hitting on 2 cents. No, what it is a lot of these men now have given up because they feel like they can't compete with the mess that y'all trying to bring into the mess from social media that you're trying to bring into reality. That stuff is not, a lot of that is not real. And if it is, okay, you got wealthy men out here that can spend money like that, or rich men out here that can spend money like that. But the average, you're talking to the average man most of the time, because I gotta cut my hair on for a minute, I'm about to burn up. But most of the time, honey, y'all girls are talking to the average man out here. And if you're talking to the average man, why in the world would you think that he can afford to treat you like a rich man can treat you? I mean, come on. You can't even afford to treat yourself like the rich man, like that rich man that you idolize and can treat you. So, I mean, let's be realistic about it. And that's what makes it so sad out here nowadays, is everybody sitting here complaining about love, but honey, y'all got expectations that are just ridiculous. It's like, what in the world? Get off of social media and trying to live your life based on what you seeing these girls out here doing, that a lot of it is fake. A lot of it is fake. A lot of these people out here living above their means, trying to put on a show for y'all. And y'all are falling for it. Like, I mean, really. They putting on a show for y'all. That's all it is. A lot of them use the phrase, what is it? Fake it till you make it. You know, there's a lot of people out here that's not faking it till they make it, honey. And those are the people that you see really living lives that are married or in relationships and they happy. Those are the type of people you see in relationships. Are the people that's out here not faking it till they make it. I mean, really. I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, some of this is ridiculous. I'm sitting here like, who in the world? I would not want my man to pay for all my girls unless this was something that we planned. But just to say, because you done came in the restaurant, or because me and you decided to come together, that you're supposed to pick up everybody's tab. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. My man ain't doing that. And I wouldn't expect, no, he's not doing it. Because then you're going to be wondering, you know, then the next girl going to be sitting there wondering, oh, well, if he doing all this, if he can do this or whatever, then she out trying to check for your man. You know, it's like, come on, is there any thought put into any of this? It's like, I don't get it. And then I'm sitting here looking, and it's like, a lot of these girls that I see with these high expectations, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? Because, sweetheart, if you cannot live up to the standard that you want this man to live up to, why do you think if it was a man and he had it like that, why do you think he would want you? Because you're not coming to the table with the same, you can't bring the same thing to the table. Now, granted, there are some men that date you know, a woman that may not have as much as he has or whatever, but those men specifically have sought out this woman. You didn't seek him out, he sought her out. So, you know, it's like, come on. I mean, and then another thing, as a woman, you do not pick your mate. Not if you want it to work. You don't pick your mate, they pick you. They're supposed to choose you. A man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. I mean, come on, he find it. You're not supposed to find him. And so if you sitting back and you like, oh yeah, I want him. Oh yeah, I'm about to get him. 9 times out of 10, it's probably not going to work if you do get him. Why? Because he did not choose you. You plotted and schemed and chose him. I mean, that is the reality of it. Oh, is FedEx and UPS, they're not the same thing, are they? Oh, Lord. Don't tell me I got to go somewhere else. Let me see. Child, let me Google this real quick, because I don't know. So where's the UPS? Okay, let me see. I got to see. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me see where the UPS store is. I know I was on a good rant. Hold on. Okay, I'm guessing it's gonna still record with my thing going. Okay, let me cut the air on for a second. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second with this air right quick. But yes, I'm like, a man, you know, if you're expecting this to really turn right to be something, the man chooses his spouse. So that's how that goes. That is how it goes. But yes, when you out here and they out here turn right, and you out here looking for these men or whatever, I mean, now if you just plotting on them, But okay, so be it. If you're just plotting, I mean, because I mean, there are women out here doing that. That's between you and that man or whatever. But child, if you are really wanting a relationship, something long term, and you're wanting to be, you just wanting to find your person or whatever, you're gonna have to humble yourself for one. Like all these arrogant ass attitudes, like people owe you something or that your shit don't stink, all of that. I mean, come on. Do you really want somebody? I mean, if you acting like that, I mean, you gotta meet somebody halfway. Like, I understand not wanting to be with someone that can't bring anything to the table, or someone that has nothing to offer and or have no motivation in life. Or I understand that, that's not the kind of man most women are looking for. I totally understand that, or most women even are interested in. I get that. And I'm not speaking to that. I'm speaking to,
turn right.
There are decent men out here. I see them. I know some. I mean, it's just, there are decent men out here. But it's, oh no. But it's you. It's about you. Women do not understand the power that they possess. You do possess power in terms of relationships and things like that. You do. Because most men do want to be with a woman, but they don't want to be with a woman that has bad intentions for them. If you're not there and you're sincere, then why should they be with you if you're not sincere? I mean, okay, just like you hear, I heard somewhere that a guy was talking about how he was with his girl and he lost his job or whatever, and she left him. How much time did you give him? Those are things that you have to consider in a relationship. Because what if you lost your job? I lost my job before when me and my husband were when he was living. I lost my job before. He lost his job before. We had to have each other back during that time. Now, I'm not saying that you stay out of work and when I say lost job, let me correct that. I only lost, this was the job I lost because it was a layoff. But before, I've quit a job because I didn't like a job. When I say it that way, I've quit a job because it just wasn't right. So I left. And my husband had my back. You know what I'm saying? He had my back. He knew I wasn't going to sit at home and expect him to cover the bills forever. And vice versa. When he went through situations, with his job, we had each other's back, and that's what it's about. You have to be willing to go through with the person. But now, I'm not saying you should start out like that, but I'm saying, if you have to know that in a relationship that you're going to go through struggles. And if you come into a relationship and and I've heard this as well, where the guy say, they come in asking for stuff. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Now, that is one that I'm kind of on the fence with, because it depends on what they come in, how they come in asking. How the vibe is between the two of you. How does the man feel about the woman? Like, how do you feel? Do you feel like she's asking you for something maliciously, or to use you or whatever? If that's how you feel, then that's something different. But to come into a relationship and you spend money as a man, I'm not gonna say that that's something that's abnormal, because it's not. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I was growing up, the guy that my mom was with, that she was with at the time that we were in that impressionable age as teenage girls going into young adulthood, he told us, that if you want to see if a man's serious about you, a guy, is serious about you, ask him, tell him you need a bill paid, and see what he say. Oops. But he said, tell him that you... Oh, gosh. Okay, I don't know why this thing keep falling. But he said, tell him that you... And this was the man that my mom was dating, and they were serious about one another. But he catered to my mom, too. He was a good guy in terms of that. Like, as far as he catered to her, and he catered to her daughters in the sense that he made sure that we didn't have to rely on a guy at that age for anything, because he made sure we had it, you know. But yes, that's what he told us, and I did that. I did that growing up. You wanted to talk to me, honey? Yep, it's something to do. It's something to do, and your girl need a little bit of help. And it wasn't anything dynamic, but that was my test for you, for the guy that I was interested in. And I can honestly tell you that every guy that I dated, and I did that too, they passed the test. So it's not, there are men out here like that. But now when I say paying a bill, I'm not saying that you meet this man and you tell him, now you can, if your situation is really, honey, you done got yourself in a bind and you really are in trouble. Now, I don't think you should, if this your first couple of dates or whatever, you know, the first couple of times this man done took you out, now you might not need to be doing that. But I do think it's okay if you've gotten yourself in a bind and this guy is acting like he's really into you and y'all trying to move forward.
Turn left.
Y'all are trying to move forward with your relationship or whatever. I don't think you should feel like you can't ask him for some help if you need it. But I would damn sure say that what happens, I think, in a lot of those situations is if you get it and then you start acting funny towards the guy, or you go out and cheat on him, whatever, anything like that, then that's gonna totally mess up and I don't even want to say the game, because it's not a game. That messes it up for other women, because then the man has it in his mind, well, she's gonna do the same thing. And I feel like that is what messes it up, because when you do that, it should not be with malicious intent. If you're doing that, it should for sure be with someone you plan on being with. Like, if you know you ain't planning on being serious about this guy or whatever, then I'm sorry, I gotta turn. Come on, lady, I gotta turn. I don't want y'all to fall. But if you don't have intentions in being serious with this guy, then I don't think you should do that, because I do think in that case you're just using somebody. But if you are serious about this person,
turn right,
and you just want to see where their heart is, don't try to be greedy and say, I need you to pay my rent, you know. But you can say, hey, my light bill due and I'm a little tight, you know, my light bill like $100, $100 or some dollars, or less than that or whatever, you know, that's not a lot.
Turn right,
and see if they're willing to help you. And if they're willing to help you, then you know, hey, this might be he might be a keeper or whatever. But so I'm not opposed to that. I'm just opposed to how you do it.
Turn right.
And like I said, is it over here? Yeah. And like I said, if you're going into that with malicious intent, then shame on you, because that's not what it was intended for. It wasn't intended to be. It's not intended to be malicious. It's just intended to help you see if this person is gonna, be there for you. And that's all. That's all that is. And so, so I don't really have a problem with that. But I did hear a guy saying that he didn't like that women come in doing that. But some women do, some women do that, and some women do it because some women are taught to do that. Some women are, that is how you're taught, But, yeah, I think it's the intent behind it. So anyway, but that's my biggest thing, and that's my kind of soapbox on all of that. I think that there are plenty of men and women out here who would like to be in relationships, and I feel like you guys are shortchanging yourself to just give up on love because of all the stuff that you're seeing out here on social media, because social media should not be the end all be all to relationship standards, because most of the stuff on social media, like I said, is not even real. It's not, people are just faking, they're faking. So you get so many, and then you get so many of these people who even get exposed, that are in that put all this relationship stuff up on the social media, and the relationship either don't exist or the relationship ain't hitting on 2 cents. And I'm not judging nobody's situation as far as that goes, because if it's genuinely that you really posting this person and then the relationship don't, falls apart or whatever, then that's life. That's not something anyone should poke fun of or anything. But to say that, there's not any good men out here, or, I'm just giving up on love because women are only out here for money, or that men, they don't want to spend money, or men don't want to be providers and things like that. I don't listen to that kind of stuff, because that's not true. Every situation is treated differently. The way a person was with their ex, they're not going to be with the next one, more than likely. Hopefully most people learn from relationships, and so a lot of times they may do better in the next relationship. So I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of all that, and I feel like social media is just destroying black relationships in particular, because those are the ones I see the most foolishness about, that people just can't, everybody just dogging everybody out. Now, I do feel like women do need to, a lot of women do need to change a lot of this behavior. Like I said, the money behavior out here, thinking that you got to get a baller, a shot caller, and all this bull crap. Yeah, okay, you can do that if y'all both on the same playing field. If it's a baller out here and he's about that life where he know what you coming for, then yeah, y'all in that situation together. So do that. Do you. But if you out here and you meeting an average man, or just a regular man on the street that works a 9 to 5 or whatever, don't come with that same BS, because those are not the kind of men that you bring that kind of foolishness to. Most men that are out here working jobs and just living a regular lifestyle, they not looking for all that rah-rah bullshit. They not wanting nobody that's, all you coming for is money. All you wanting is 5-star restaurants and 5-star vacations and all this stuff. Honey, be realistic. Can your daddy afford it? If your daddy worked a regular job, can he afford to do all that for your mama? Quit doing all that. Stop doing all that. It's not even that serious. If you feel like you missing out on something in life, upgrade your life. Upgrade your career or whatever, your financial situation, and do it for yourself. Or get with somebody, y'all build together, and y'all do those things together. Come on, that's it. That's all. Relationships work because of what you put into it, and quit thinking that social media is the outline to a relationship. It's not. All these girls doing all this glamorous shopping and going to all these fancy restaurants and all that. Maybe they can afford to do it, but it doesn't mean that you need to be out here thinking that you're gonna find a man and then say, no, I want you to take me here because I saw this girl on social media go. It's like, come on, stop the foolishness. If you want to be in a relationship, humble yourself, honey. Play, what's that song? who made that song? Be humble. Sit down. What is it? Sit down, bitch. Be humble. Like that's what it is now. Sit the hell down and be humble. That's what needs to happen if you want to find somebody and be in a relationship, be in something long term. And that's my advice as a widow, a divorcee, previous divorcee. I never had any trouble getting in a relationship or being sought out by men. I've never had a problem with that. So I don't subscribe to all of the bashing of relationships and of men and things like that. I don't subscribe to that. So I just wanted to come on here and put my little piece on here. I take it how you will. Put it down in the comments. Let me know what you feel, what your thoughts, let's talk about it. Maybe it'll prompt me to do another video, talking like this. But yeah, just let me know what y'all think, and we can talk about it. We can agree to disagree if that's what it is, but we'll keep it cute and keep it classy in the comments. And yeah, I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Okay, bye.